Feeling disconnected from your community? Turn to BrainerdDispatch.com. Local news keeps you in the know on what's happening in your area. From breaking news to high school sports reports, get the important news of the day and updates on local events only at BrainerdDispatch.com. Good morning, Brainerd Lakes area. It's Friday, February 27th. I'm Teresa Burke with your Brainerd Dispatch Minute, the weekday podcast of the Brainerd Dispatch, brought to you by Rayboyne & Francis Law Firm, catching you up on the news of the Brainerd Lakes area. Here are today's top local headlines. But first, let's hear from our sponsor.
Remember just two things. Rayboyne & Francis, good. Insurance companies, bad.
Rayboyne & Francis gets it done. 828-9211.
4 people died and 1 was severely injured Wednesday in a 2-vehicle crash on Highway 169 in Mille Lacs County. The Minnesota State Patrol responded to the crash just before 7 p.m. south of Grand Casino Mille Lacs. A northbound Buick LeSabre crossed the center line and struck a southbound Saab sedan. The 4 people who died in the crash are Samantha Ajax, Michelle Rock, Christopher Boswell, and James Ortley. Jessica Mitchell was airlifted with life-threatening injuries. The State Patrol reported the road was dry at the time of the crash. None of the 4 people in the vehicle driven by Rock were wearing seatbelts, the State Patrol reported. Early voting begins today for the Aiken Public School special election. Voters will consider a $55.3 million proposal to replace the aging Rippleside Elementary with a new school, improve district vehicle storage, and add a shared gymnasium for both school and community use. Election Day is April 14th, but voters can cast their ballots early in person at the Aiken County Auditor's Office beginning today. Absentee ballots can also be requested. Check out today's Dispatch e-edition for more information on voting. A 36-year-old Brainerd man pleaded guilty and was sentenced for sexually assaulting a child. Fred Stumbo accepted a plea agreement in August and was sentenced earlier this year on a charge of felony first-degree criminal sexual conduct with someone under 16. He was sentenced to 172 months confinement, stayed for 10 years while he serves on supervised probation as part of a downward departure in his sentencing. He received credit for 243 days in the Crow Wing County Jail. Reporter Tim Spire has more on the case in today's e-edition and at BrainerdDispatch.com. Money for upgrades to Brainerd's wastewater treatment facility will be the city's one request for Congressman Pete Stauber's community project funding for fiscal year 2027. City Council members agreed last week to request $10 million to complete Phase 1 of upgrades. Read about those upgrades in today's Dispatch e-edition or online. From former Dispatch publisher Terry McCullough's column, This Was Brainerd, Exploring the Dispatch Archives, here's today's tidbit of local history. Brought to you by Mills Automotive Group. 40 years ago today, in 1986, the Dispatch reported that Sheriff's Deputy Skip Rudquist figures it's time that housewives, for their own safety and for their families, learn what makes a gun click. With help from the DNR, Brainerd Police, and the Heartland Gun Club, he will present Basic Home Firearm Safety at a class in April. For a daily dose of This Was Brainerd, visit BrainerdDispatch.com. or find McCullough's column in the newspaper or e-edition. Now here's today's Lakes area forecast, brought to you by JN Tree Service and Landscaping.
Storm Tracker.
Happy Friday, Brainerd Lakes area. Morning clouds, some afternoon sun, and a cold front on the way that will bring a brisk breeze with it. Temperatures up to 43, though, before that cold front arrives. Winds from the west-northwest between 20 and 30 miles an hour. Could see some wind gusts topping 40 miles an hour behind the front. Temperatures quickly falling this evening down to a low of 4 degrees as we start off your Saturday. Winds diminishing at least on Saturday with some partly cloudy skies and a high of 14. On Sunday, partly cloudy up to 20 degrees, and temperatures continue to climb as we head into the first full week of March. Mid-30s on Monday and near 40 for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm Storm Tracker meteorologist Jesse Ritka.
Thanks to Mills Automotive Group, Rayboyne & Francis Law Firm, and JN Tree Service and Landscaping for their support. And thank you for listening to the Brainerd Dispatch Minute. For more news throughout the day and for information on becoming a subscriber, visit BrainerdDispatch.com. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch you on Monday.